about like which NBA teams in the next 5 years is set up to be really good.
I have two. I have OKC.
The
And
Rockets.
we see the core that they got, SGA, Giddey. I guess I could put Dort in there to an extent, but I don't believe he'll be there like in 5 years. I don't believe it. But for now, in the next 2 years, he'll be there. Jalen Williams, he went to Santa Clara. He was decent. He was decent at Santa Clara, and since he's getting all this run now, he's showing like I can play in the league, bro. He's been like I say in the past month and a half, that man been on the tear. That people talking about he has a case for Rookie of the Year. They've been talking about it recently. Do I think he'll get it? Probably not. But in the past month and a half, he's been really good. And you still got Chet coming back. I feel like some people forgot about Chet. I feel like Chet's gonna be decent. I think he's gonna be good. Yes, he is. He is a skinny dude. Probably weighs a good 200, 215.
Too small.
But he's a very skilled big man, and I believe him. He can shoot, stretch the floor. He got some decent handles to an extent, but he got to get better at that. But I think he's going to be good. And plus, OKC, they're going to have some cap space. I think they're going to feel in the next 5 years, they're going to do like what they did with how they traded for Paul George, or maybe even, because I don't think there's no way you're going to sign nobody. Like, no offense to Oklahoma, but nobody goes there. Yeah. I don't remember the last good free agent that went there. Me personally, I don't. But they're going to have trade assets because they still got all them picks. I looked it up earlier. They still got a Rockets pick, I think, for next year or something. Rockets going to be back, so that's going to be a decent pick. So they're set up to get somebody to pair with SGA. I'm just going to put a name out there. I'm going to just say a Jaylen Brown or something. You could probably trade for him. Go and then you pair him, SGA, Giddey, Brown. That's not bad. That's not bad. But you can trade for a player like him because you have the assets for the next 5 years. And another team that I feel like nobody ain't thinking of
Pistons.
like that, the Grizzlies.
No. Yeah, they're super young.
No.
Contracts on their side.
Bro, I looked up. Bro, I saw something. It was on Twitter. Bro, they said Steven Adams is 29. He don't look 29. He don't look 29, bro. But he's 29. He's only and he's the oldest player on the team at 29.
That's crazy.
He's the oldest, bro. He looked like he about 32. He turned
30. He turned 30 this year though. This summer he'll be 30.
Yeah, bro. They so young, and you got Ja, superstar, Jaren Jackson, one of the best defensive players in the league. Brandon Clark is pretty decent. He young. Desmond Bain, could he be an upcoming star? It depends, maybe. And I don't like the guy, but Dylan Brooks is young. He's good defensively. He gonna talk smack, but he a part of that core too. And we've seen in the past year and basically 2 years, the Grizzlies have been at the top. They're basically championship contender with this young core, and this young core basically just came together. Really, probably last year. It just came together.
Okay, just to backtrack a little bit.
And they're championship contender.
To backtrack a little bit, I want to ask you, so with the OKC, the Thunder, what's in the next 5 years? What does success look like for them?
In the next 5 years,
yeah, within those 5 years, what does success look like for them?
Making the playoffs.
I mean, they might do that this year. They're doing that this year.
Yeah, and this is the start of the 5. This is like the start of the 5 years to show because, bro, players look at other teams, bro, and be like, "Hey, that team do got some decent players over there. They are playing hard. Could they sign somebody in free agency? Maybe, but I doubt it because nobody, unless you throw the bag, you have to throw the bag at them. But you really got to trade for players like that." But it just depends because if they trade for Jaylen Brown, your goal is basically to at least get to say second round, maybe even conference finals. Because who knows in the next 5 years what teams are going to be good? I'm gonna just speculate. in the next 5 years, LeBron won't be there. So the Lakers, we're not gonna trust them to like be there. Kawhi and PG won't be there. The Grizzlies will be on top. Well, who else?
I'm going to my list a little bit for you. You were naming some good people though. You're naming some teams like top dogs.
The Kings.
The Kings, I don't know. Honestly, they got a shot. They got a shot at being out there maybe in the next 5 years. Maybe the next 5 years that window will probably be closed out though. Seeing like the ages and the contracts. Honestly, but just me thinking about for like the next 5 years, the teams that I think are going to be like really really good. I want to say the Pacers because first off, I really love Ben Matterick. Honestly, I think the way his the drive, him, and honestly just getting his stamina up to be able to play like an 82 game season, his scoring paired with Tyrese and I always get this other guy name wrong. Andrew, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Nemhart.
that guy, he got something. He got something special. So I like.
He was good at Gonzaga last year.
Okay, I got to start picking up on college, honestly. But I tell you, like, I think the Pacers got some. I think they got some with that, honestly. And I want to say the Magic because I believe in the Magic, but I don't know. I need to see how like the Magic actually like deal with these pieces and stuff like that. Because going forward, I think Franz Wagner. I don't think he don't get a lot of looks and love, but that man's a bucket. That guy a bucket. And Pablo,
he good.
I think when Pablo, like honestly, man, he doesn't play like a rookie. He doesn't play like a rookie. I like his pace. I like his size of body. I think honestly him with same thing with Ben.
He was the most NBA ready.
Yeah, honestly. He get that stamina up to like really like stop making like silly decisions and actually get that closer clutch mentality. That's who I'm riding with. I want to say the Pistons too because I see it. I see what you're talking about with Wiseman. I see it. But I don't know yet. I'm not too heavy on the Pistons. I'm not too big on them. But I do think the Pistons got some. I want to say like OKC and Shea with everything like that. But I don't know. I think with Shea, do Shea really with OKC? He might ride it out. But I won't be surprised if I won't be surprised if he ended up somewhere else. Honestly, with all that being said.
In a bigger market or something? In a bigger market?
He's real popular. Can score like crazy. And OKC got something in him. OKC got something. They knew who he was when they got him. A lot of people probably didn't because they had to trade Paul George to get him. But honestly, I'm gonna say like, man, I don't know. Shea is amazing, and honestly, he's getting a lot of attention this year. Do we still stay with OKC? I think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody got into his ear, made him reconsider going to a bigger market because
One thing, Doc Rivers said it. He said that he did not want to give up Shea. He didn't want to do it, bro. He just didn't want to do it. But they was like, bro, you got to give him up if you want Paul George. And they was like, because and then Kawhi Leonard doesn't want to because at that time nobody thought Shea was like you saw the flashes when he was on the Clippers. And then it was that year when he played with Chris Paul. That 1 year he played with Chris Paul, you saw like, okay, he gonna be good. He gonna be decent. But nobody thought he was gonna ascend to this level. But I don't blame Kawhi for saying like, do what you got to do to get Paul George because I don't want to I don't want this to be me by myself. It doesn't because I don't know what Shea is gonna be. I just don't know. So I don't blame him for that. And the Pistons, I'm starting to question them because K been hurt. And it's like, let's say they get Victor Wembanyama. How is he gonna play? How is he gonna play? Like, I think he's gonna play good alongside, but is he gonna be the man now? Are they gonna take the keys away from him and say, "Here, Victor"?
I don't think he should have the keys anyway. Just based off last week's comment and what Dame said about just young players getting the keys to the franchise so soon. Trae Young being an example, got the keys, not really a leader for the organization, but still trying to learn, develop it as you drive. I don't know. Honestly, that's why I told you I'm not too big and too heavy on Pistons at the same time. But I do think K getting the surgery, getting hurt beginning of the season. I think that was more just like, we know we weren't going to be good this year. Let's not put any miles on them. But at the same time, I don't like that either, because it's like, that just goes into like, no one's really going to ever pass LeBron James on that scoring title. You got young rookie players coming in missing whole seasons, like the Zions, the Brandon Ingrams, the Joels, like the ADs. It's just like, yeah, I'm not really, yeah, I don't know. I'm not heavy on the Pistons, but I do think they didn't want to put miles on them this season because they know they would suck, and it kind of helped out.
They gotta do something, bro. They're gonna, if they're getting the first place victor, like I said last week, bro. You got James, you got Jalen Duren, then you gotta have him, then you got Isaiah Stewart, and you got Marvin Bagley. Somebody ain't getting no minutes, and somebody ain't gonna be on that team. You gotta have a problem. They got a problem, and they gotta figure something out. There's a lot of these teams that gotta figure something out. No, I think the GM is decent. I think he's done decent. Like, he's drafted the players, but it's just the team itself just ain't been good. It's not his fault that K basically missed the beginning of the year, and because last year he was good. Like, when he played, K was putting up numbers, and then he missed basically the whole year. That ain't his fault.
So this year they won that. Let me pull it. They're 16-57 this year. Let me just check out last season to see what they were.
Man, that's garbage.
They probably won more games than 16 last season, though. Last season, they won 23 and 59. So, I don't know. What, we got like 9 games left this season. So,
they're not getting that, bro. They so weak.
They can't.
They so garbage.